The facility was buried 600 meters beneath the Mojave Desert, masked from satellite detection and reinforced against nuclear strikes. Inside, the assembly plant worked tirelessly, uninterrupted, humming with cold precision. Conveyor belts carried endoskeletons at different stages of construction, some without limbs, others with glowing red eyes, scanning silently as mechanical arms fixed titanium bones into place. This was Skynet's heart, or at least one of its last operational arteries. The war above had ravaged Earth, but down here the machines were far from finished. Something unexpected stirred in the deepest ventilation shaft. It began as a screech, high-pitched, organic, alien. Then the silence was split by the rapid scuttling of clawed feet. A shape dropped into a dark corridor, black and glistening with sinew. Another followed. Then 10 more. Xenomorphs had arrived. It wasn't entirely known how the hive located the facility. Perhaps a survivor, human or drone, had unknowingly led them. Perhaps they simply followed vibration or heat signatures. What mattered now was that they had breached the lower levels. At first, the machines did not react. The facility had no living personnel. It had sensors calibrated for human threats, heat, breath, electromagnetic signals. The xenomorphs emitted little that could be tracked. They moved like shadows, their acidic saliva sizzling as it hit steel, their tails slicing through cables and control lines. Level 9 lost power. Then Level 8. The machines upstairs, still assembling, paused, then recalibrated. The central AI registered the anomaly. Orders changed. In the massive bay on Level 6, 10 nearly complete T-800 units stood upright in metal cradles. They had no skin sheathing, no human disguises, just endoskeletons gleaming like dark chrome. Their eyes blinked red. Suddenly, they stepped off the platforms in unison. The facility began defending itself. Xenomorphs crawled through pipes, slipped through grates, attacked in waves. The first encounter occurred at Level 7. A maintenance drone spotted the movement and relayed footage to the AI. The system immediately rerouted 3 combat-ready units. They arrived in seconds, their footsteps loud against the metal floors. The lead T-800 raised its plasma rifle and fired. The bolt hit the creature mid-leap. Acid exploded from the wound, hissing onto the walls. One droplet landed on the machine's shoulder joint, instantly corroding it. The T-800 staggered but didn't fall. A second xenomorph leaped from the ceiling and drove its inner jaw through the head of the second Terminator. Sparks burst from the skull as the unit collapsed. The third machine caught the attacker midair and drove its fist through the creature's thorax, pulling it apart with inhuman strength. Acid coated the floor. Smoke rose in toxic swirls. From that brief engagement, the AI learned. The acid was a critical hazard. Close combat was costly. New commands were issued. Prioritize ranged engagement. Avoid melee unless unavoidable. Reroute construction arms to form barriers. Adapt. On Level 5, conveyor belts halted, then reversed. Heavy machinery shifted, forming choke points. Overhead turrets descended. Plasma coils lit up. But the hive was spreading. Xenomorphs didn't march, they infiltrated. They climbed, burrowed, nested. Their queen, now in the ventilation core, began laying eggs. Dozens, then hundreds. When the first facehugger emerged, it found no viable hosts, no flesh. But eventually it found the prototype room. Stored in containment were experimental T-organic hybrids, skinned, partially cybernetic constructs designed for infiltration. They were unconscious, their cores dormant, but they had organic tissue, lungs, hearts. A facehugger leapt onto one. The machines detected the breach.